what's going on. So I'm very happy to be filming this video because it means that I'm alive. As the title clearly indicates, this is the tale of how I almost died on an airplane. I hate when people complain about airplanes at all because airplanes are magic. They are giant metal machines that are flying thousands of feet into the air at hundreds of miles per hour, taking you miles across the world in like no time at all. And people complain about being delayed. They're like, oh my goodness, my plane got delayed by 1 hour. It's like, are you kidding me? If you had taken any other means of transportation, it would have taken you way longer. So be grateful. But I feel justified complaining about this particular instance because I almost died. Dying is not necessarily something that I enjoy, and being in a state of near death is not one that I prefer to be in. So let's get into the story. So I was flying into New York City to perform at a comedy festival with my improv comedy troupe at my university. My plane was supposed to be taking off at 4:30. At like 4 we get out on the runway, getting all ready, bags packed and everything, and the pilot comes on the PA system. Normally pilots are very well spoken and professional, but this pilot was a little too bro-ish for my liking. He gets on the PA and says, alright, so we're trying to take off at 4:30 guys, but we just got word that around Newark Airport there's a lot of traffic and planes being congested. We're gonna try to take off in time. We didn't hear about this problem until now, so we don't want to go back. If we can take off between now and 4:30 we'll be fine, but if it gets past that we're gonna have to go back and deboard the plane because another plane's gotta go. But hopefully we can sneak out before it becomes a problem. Now initially this is like something is not right here. If there is congestion and people telling you don't take off, I feel like we probably shouldn't take off. Well, 5 minutes later we start taking off, so I guess that whole concern is just thrown out the window and we're going. So we take off, the flight is totally fine, everything's cool, and we're getting ready to make our descent. The pilot gets on the PA, says, hey, we're getting ready to make our descent, you know, put the trays up and all kind of stuff like that. Well, 10 minutes later he gets on again and says this. Hey guys, so that problem I mentioned earlier about there being a lot of air traffic, yeah, that's still an issue. Apparently the plane scheduled to land ahead of us had to circle around for about an hour, so it looks like we're gonna have to follow suit and do that same method because there's just too much congestion at the airport. Hopefully this won't last for more than a half hour so we don't run into the whole low fuel situation that we've got going on right now. And I'm sitting in my chair like, what? Are you kidding me? A low fuel situation? A low fuel situation? And you're mentioning this while we're in the air? So I'm mildly freaking out. By mildly freaking out, I'm like, blah, I'm convinced I'm going to die on this aircraft. And what made it worse is that we do end up circling, but we're not just circling in the air, we're circling in the air in turbulence. So we're shaking the whole time we're circling. So the plane is shaking, I'm shaking because I think we're gonna die, and we're just up there like, and it's just not a pleasant time. So the pilot mentioned that he didn't want it to take longer than 30 minutes. We circled for an hour. 1 hour. As time went on, I'm just like, oh god, no, don't do that, no. Long story short, the pilot gets on the PA and then finally says, hey guys, so we're clear to land now, we're gonna be good to go, so don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Which made me quite relieved. We got on the ground safely and I just wanted to kiss the floor and just like lay down for like 45 minutes in jubilation that I was safely grounded on planet Earth. In retrospect, I realized when the pilot said, hopefully this won't take longer than 30 minutes, he meant, I hope it doesn't take longer than 30 minutes so it doesn't inconvenience you. Not, I hope it doesn't take longer than 30 minutes because we only have 30 minutes worth of fuel. But in my mind at the time, 30 minutes meant if we're up here for more than 30 minutes, we're gonna die. But yes, that's the tale of the worst plane experience I've ever been on. And now every plane I'm ever on just seems like the best thing in the world because I don't know how it could get any worse unless I actually crash. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, click like. If you're one favorites, click favorite. That's what buttons are there for. And I'll see you sometime in the very near future. When he says, shall we split the check, what does he really mean?
Oh, that's a bad one.